It's recording.
All right. Hi, my name is Hannah McAdams. This is my daughter Ellie, and we're waiting for our friend and sister and aunt Leah Shattuck.
Hi.
And I am going to teach you how to make our grandma Fernsler's world famous noodles. So, Leah, here you go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Now, Leah has never made these.
No.
When I was 16, I went to Grandma's house and said, Grandma, I need to learn how to make noodles. So, what you start with is 3 eggs. Okay? So,
3 eggs.
3 eggs. And she'd never had a recipe. I just wrote it down, what she was doing. Okay. And then, Leah, would you plug that in?
I sure can.
Okay. Leah's going to plug in this.
Plugged in.
Okay. All right, Ellie, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to just turn that on. Oh, that's a little high. Okay, turn it on kind of on low and get the eggs started. And then Grandma always used 3 eggshells full of water. And usually I do that, but it ends up being about 1/4 of a cup of water. So
1/4 of a cup.
1/4 of a cup or 3 eggshells full of
Or
water.
3 eggshells.
And you just make sure that that's really nice. And then you add just a pinch of salt, about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 2 cups of flour. So I'm going to stop this, and we're going to add the flour. And I'm not going to add all of it, but almost all of it, and let it kind of, okay? And then after you do the 2 cups of flour, then you got to get a little messy. So you need some more flour into it with your fingers.
I can.
You can do it? Are you holding it? That's good. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, we need to add a little bit more. Can you add a little bit more? Good job, Ellie. Alright.
It's looking good.
Okay, so we've got a dough that's pretty good. It's still a little sticky, and I always take my rings off because you really get messy, but then you just knead in the rest of the flour. Okay, so we're going to stop there, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after you roll the dough out. Okay, so we're going to turn off the camera. I'm back, and Leah is holding the camera, so you can say hello, Leah. Hi. All right, and I wanted to show you what it looks like. So I have rolled this dough really, really thin, as you can tell. And hey, stop! Don't eat it. And you need to. The key is to let it dry for a long time. So I usually let it dry for about 45 minutes, and then I flip it over just like that, and then let it dry some more. Okay, so you really need to make sure that it's very dry. So this has been resting for about, I don't know, an hour and a half maybe, and so now it's ready to cut. That's the key. You've got to really make sure. Now, Ellie, be very careful because I've got a sharp knife here.
Wow.
Okay, so I cut it in half and then 1/4, and actually I end up cutting it in 8ths, and we just cut it like that. Lay it on top of each other. It's always good to add a little bit of flour just in case it's not completely dry between the layers. So here, watch out for the knife, and you can spread that. Can you spread it for mommy? Good job. Okay. So then we do it again. Watch out, it's very sharp, okay? Okay, here's 4ths. Oops. And as you can see, it's cutting pretty well. And then in 8ths. Yeah, you can add a little flour if you want. Yeah, just to kind of make sure that it's really good. Okay, so I end up having, here, Ellie, can you, thank you, that's great. So I end up having, 8 layers like this. And this is where everything gets a little tricky. Okay, Ellie, I need you to stand back a little bit, okay?
Why?
Because this is dangerous. So you just kind of carve it, and see, those are kind of big slices. So, oh, watch out, Ellie. Watch out. I can't do this when you're in the way, okay?
Keep your hands.
Please don't eat them, Ellie. you just try to make them as small as possible. It's just kind of like, you know, shaving it a little bit at a time. And that is how you make noodles. Just like that. Okay?
Do you see it in the
So we
camera?
keep just doing this until you get all of them out. And some of them are going to be bigger than others. Grandma was really good at making them nice and small, but I try. But this is about as best as I can do. And then you lay them flat on like wax paper or something and let them dry at least overnight before you pack them. So that's how you make the noodles. And then I just cook them in chicken stock. And that takes about an hour. And that's all I do. So there you go. That's how you make
Yay.
Grandma's noodles.
What do you think, Ellie? Are they good?
Ellie likes to eat them raw.